What's up, guys? I have a great game to review today. This is a half challenger, half grandmaster lobby, and it's crazy. Okay, it's crazy. We go really far behind, and you'll just have to see what happens. Yeah, I played this game last night. I really wanted to show you guys this game because it is truly the definition of just keep your mental strong, and you can win almost every single game. Almost. I think there's like 20% of games that you can't win in low elo, and then in high elo maybe 40%, 30 to 40% of games that you can't win. The best players can actually win 70% of the games. You see, there's people that have gotten rank 1 with 70% win rate. Anyway, so this game, I'm playing against Italy, which is kind of a tough matchup. So I see her here. I just ward this because I don't really want to fuck with her. And I recall for health because she chunked me. My plan here. So I'm not really sure if I did the correct thing. I pathed bot here. I probably could have pathed top lane, but my idea was that I was going to full clear it down and then recall, and then I would gank top if it was gankable. Because I think when you're playing a full clear jungler, it is better to path away from the lane that you want to gank and then recall and buy an item and gank the lane. Because against AD junglers, a lot of times you lose the fight if both of you haven't recalled yet. Yeah, I smite the blue buff. When you start blue buff, you want to use your smite to kill it, because that gives you level 2 faster, which means you get your W faster. And it means you can cast an extra W on this Gromp. Makes everything faster. On red buff, it's okay to save your smite for the Krugs, because it makes you one-shot the Krugs. I've noticed on my videos that 92.5% of my viewers are not subscribed. And I just hit 600 subscribers, which makes me very happy. I just wanted to announce that when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away 2 1350 skins on League of Legends. If you are interested in that, or you're just interested in my content in general, please subscribe, because I really want to hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. You guys see how I'm kiting? I try to weave in auto attacks between every spell and every time I move. And I kite it as much as I can. So here, okay, my bot lane just dove their tower. Level 2. Trade to 1 for 2. It's actually not that bad because they crashed the wave. But here, my Jax gets level 3 ganked. So when this happens, your top laner does some shit like this. He question mark pings, right? He's frustrated, and he's going to be mad at me. He ends up flaming me this game. I think he says something about me pathing bot lane. It's just funny because if you ask yourself, like, what would have happened if I pathed top lane? I would be on my Gromp right now, just like how I'm on my Krugs, and he still would have died because it was a level 3 gank. There's nothing I can do to prevent a level 3 gank from Lillia as Lillia. But here, I want to pause here. I go for this gank because I know that both laners used their summoner spells, so they shouldn't have flashes. But what I forgot to think about is that because Nidalee level 3 ganked top lane, that means she started her red buff, which means she's obviously on her blue buff right now. So as soon as she sees us, she's going to start coming. And if I would have thought about that, I just completely forgot in the time. Because I know that Nidalee would be hovering this. Nidalee is a lot stronger of a champion than I am. And Rakan Zyre very strong. So dish gank should only be a thing if we have number advantage. But since Nidalee should be here, the correct play for me would have been to recall and go to top crab. Because I can't really fight her on the crab either. Because if you look at the map, we're losing mid lane. There's no prio here. And this is not a winning 3-3. So I should have just recalled. But since I thought that Nidalee would still be topside for some fucking reason, I go for this game. So yeah, as you'll see, when you go for a gank that makes no sense, like this one, you're gonna get punished. Now, this honestly should be a game-losing game, right? Because, I'm sorry for the people that don't like my mouse being on the screen. I like to use my mouse to explain things, but I'll try to keep it off the screen. But the point is, if you look at this right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minions, plus the wave that's coming in, are about to crash into our tower, and my bot lane died. So the game should be over, right? It's 1-5, but they lost so much XP and gold right here. And I can't collect this because, first of all, it's not very good for jungle to collect these anymore because they nerfed XP so hard. And you see my health? They're gonna kill me if I stay here. So this was a terrible gank by me, and it could have been avoided if I was just paying attention more to the enemy jungler, because I knew he would be there. I just didn't think of it. I autopiloted a little bit. Just remember, when you're jungling, if you autopilot for like 30 seconds, you could lose the game, right? So especially for the first like 5 to 10 minutes of the game, try to be locked in and not distracted by anything. Yeah, this is very sad. Very sad to watch. No, I get my blasting wand. I'm going to demonic build this game because their team is very heavy melee and they want to fight a lot. So I'm gonna get demonic and probably Jack Show because those items are both very good to fighting in melee range. Just go back to clearing. I see if this is up. Thankfully she didn't take the crab on her way from base. And I look for this play again, so you guys might be thinking, wow, KJ, Icelandic hero, whatever you guys call me. You guys can call me KJ. Wow, you are looking for so many plays when I always say in my videos to not look for these plays. But you guys gotta see, my mid laner had already died once, and he pinged that Silas didn't have any summoners. So I just go in here assuming that Silas has no summoners. Okay, well, he did have flash. I guess Silas killed my mid laner without flashing. Here, unfortunately, the spear was very hard to dodge. They actually managed to kill me. That gank was probably not worth it. Look at my camps. My camps are just sitting there waiting to be farmed. We can even do it, like, I'll do an exercise right now. How bad is it to take these ganks that look like they might not even work, right? Especially against a Nidalee. Nidalee's very strong early game, so why am I looking for the gank? Also, as a jungler, you gotta remember, if you're the first one ganking and the enemy jungler is there to counter gank, the counter ganky jungler almost always wins. So right here, after crab, I could have walked my wolves, and I'd be there right now, okay? And then I would clear them. I'd probably finish clearing them at like 5:20. So let's assume that I cleared this camp at 5:20 if I did the right thing, if I didn't gank. So now we can count all the way until I clear it, which is right here. 6 minutes. I lost 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Is that not crazy? 40 seconds is a lot of time, especially if you think about it's only 6 minutes. So 40 seconds is like, what is it, like 15% of the whole game in terms of time? Something around there. I wasted that much time to go 1 for 2 mid lane. I could have cleared all of these camps, and they would be spawning again like very soon. You can see, here I just get dove again. Celtics is very strong, but I just entertain this because I want to shut down. Well, he doesn't even have a shutdown. Like, what am I doing? I trade 1 for 1 again. And like, 1 for 1s are fine, but look at my Krugs. My Krugs are still alive, bro. My Zed is saying 15. It's looking very doomed. I don't know what to do. Except for, you know, I just go farm again. When you're in a game like this, obviously I have no camps up right now, so of course I'm gonna walk mid. Maybe we can make this play work. But it's just like, you look at the enemy team comp, they want to be fighting early game and we don't. This is just stupid. Once again, instead of walking mid, I could have just waited for my wolves to spawn. This game is honestly a perfect example of what not to do early game. I've shown you guys a lot of games where I played the early game pretty well. This is one game where I did play terribly. My decisions were just not correct. Here, this is the most tragic part. So Nidalee has a 700 gold shutdown, or 1000 gold if you count. My Zed and Bard are chasing it like no tomorrow. And what ends up happening? It's 3-20. But it's okay. At this point, I'm like, okay. My thought process right now is we probably lost this game, but I'm gonna keep farming because I'm Lillia. And believe it or not, Lillia is pretty good into their team comp. You just need some items. You know, I just catch this wave on my way to my next camp. Here. This is a perfect opportunity, so here I see that they want to dive, so I'm like, okay, I'll be here. Dive. Somehow this E, they both dodge it, but I'm ready to pounce. I get this ult, which I don't know if you guys know the timing on sleep, right? You see this? I've slept the Nidalee, so he is asleep. Right? If you look at this bar, he's asleep for this long. And I time my W to hit him. And my bar takes it. I'm extremely frustrated in my game. But there's a perfect opportunity. This Herald is up, right? So they made one throw. Nidalee died. Unfortunately, my support stole the shutdown. I need to take this Herald right now because it stops them from, like, for example, if they took Herald, they could Herald our mid tower and just break it down. And when you lose your first mid tower, the game gets very hard when you're behind. It's still pretty good for us. My printer just randomly started. What the hell? Okay, where was I? Yeah, the point is, I don't know what happened. My printer started printing. If you get, if you manage to sneak like that Herald, for example, that is a lot of time that you're buying yourself. So now, I want you guys to look at this. Okay, it's 11 minutes, and we have 5 kills, and they have 25 kills. So, how do we win this? I don't know, but I have demonic. When you rush demonic on Lillia, you're actually pretty strong, even though you're a scaling champion. Like, you're pretty strong. You know, I'm still just farming. I'm getting invaded on every camp. Okay. I don't know what this Celis was doing. I think he dies. Oh yeah, and I get the kill for my poison. That was huge. This guy also Zanyas. Boom. And that's 2 kills for me. Fortunately, this guy flashes on me. But my poison gets this one too. So I'm like, hold on. Hold up. We might be able to win. The enemy team is just having fun at this point. So I gotta focus up now. I have Herald. About to be 14 minutes, so I just run straight mid to plant it. And then, so I don't really want to fight, I just want to drop the Herald and hit. But Nidalee walked here. So I managed to get a pretty good sleep, but she has flash, fortunately. You see how much I hit for though? I chunked. And when you have those 4 stacks for your passive, you can dodge almost every spell. Even though we got some good stuff there, we're still really far behind, so obviously we can't test Dragon. But look at all my camps. I just want to get farming. So I just clear all the way up. My team starts an FF vote. And then Jack says, jungle so important role. Vote FF. Implying that, you know, I'm getting gapped by the Nidalee. Fair enough. You got ganked once at level 3. snuggle this. Here, I see that Zai uses her ult. When Zai uses her ult, it's like the only timer where you can actually fight her. Just take him out. I actually could have ulted this for Khan and killed him, but I didn't really think it was worth it. But now I have my Jack show. This is the turning point, ladies and gentlemen. Now I actually believe that we can win. There's no objectives on the map, so I'm just doing my camps. I finished this camp and I see that the Silas is just ego pushing, so of course I'll punish that. Get that W there by me. Oh yeah, I'll move my mouse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry guys. I'm sorry. But now they have no Silas. And they're trying to do Herald. I don't have enough ult, so that's why I'm hesitant to go. I don't wanna throw at this point, because I personally, if I die, I lose a lot of time. You know. But when you have these two items completed, you can kind of walk in and out of the fight over and over. Yeah, this was very unfortunate. Lost all my movement speed stacks off that. I mean, game is still very hard. Done 21 kills. I mean, this game is just so much fighting. It's such an NA classic. But here's the thing. You gotta take advantage of these type of games. The enemy team has a full early game comp and they just want to keep fighting. But if the way they play this game, they threw it where I actually have items, and with my 2 items, I'm down to fight. Like, I'm okay with fighting. My team is just very gapped. Like, my team isn't very strong, so it's hard to like do the fights by myself. But I just keep walking in and out. Just every time I Q, I just heal for like 200 health. So you just have to remember, if you manage to stay in the fight for long enough, even though you might take a lot of damage, like you can heal for a ton. And here, I don't know if this is worth it, but I just steal the dragon. Because I thought it might be worth it because my team was making a play topside. I denied them this dragon, like they wouldn't really be able to punish it. I think that, yeah, it kind of worked out. It's not always worth it. You have to be careful with your flash on Lillia, because you could be in trouble if you don't have it. Now, right here, when the enemy team is doing Baron like this, and you know you can't walk in, you need to play really on the edge to where they will get off the Baron and try to fight you, but you're able to get out so that they just waste their time. That's my goal here. I don't actually want to go in, but I want to try to hit them every chance I get. You see, they kind of feel the pressure and they just back off. That's fine, like we're happy. And they back off towards top side, so we get mid wave. They do end up getting our tier 2 top, but there's nothing I can do about that. If I walked there to defend it, it would die and then I would get a wave. So I'll just do my camps. Always doing my camps. And I hear this guy smites my crab. But I'm okay because I have my Rylai's. So now I'm 3 items. And Rylai's is very good against a team of so many melees, right? They have Rakan, and then Nidalee when she's a tiger, or a cat or whatever. Stylus and Aatrox. So all those champions, I can slow them while I'm fighting them, which lets me walk around the fight even more. Just keep doing your camps. Like at this point in the game, you want to be around mid lane a lot, but if you don't think there's anything happening, you should farm your camps. Yeah, I kind of get caught here. I played this terribly. my mistake. They get Baron off that. No, we do lose a lot for that. But they overstay, you see? It's good. You see how this Silas just can't play? He's so slow. We kill 2, but now, guys, Lillia, Xayah is pretty hard to play into. I kind of have to stay on the outside here. I just come here to heal off this camp. Nice, that dies. It's very hard for me to walk in.
How can I tiptoe when I don't have toes?
You guys notice how, just how, like, slippery I play these fights? I don't overcommit. I just try to, you know, keep them entertained. Almost got that prediction on this guy. Yeah, they get the dragon. Like, there's just not much I can do except for try to just keep playing slow. Got here. This is scary. Now I have my Zanyas, like I'm very strong. Hopefully Jax manages to get the Xayah. But you can see, like, I'm doing a lot of work in these fights, but we're just that far behind that it doesn't matter. It's honestly up to the enemy team to throw. So now I take this opportunity, there's a bit of a downtime, so I take the opportunity to just take as many camps as I can, because if the enemy team is good, they want to deny my camps, because they have so much map control. So I managed to get them, very huge for me. And we see Xayah is walking through the river to top wave. We try to go for a pick. And it works out. Xayah trolled there. But you know, our Jackson Bard, heroes, just going at it in the bot lane. Yeah, you guys can tell, like, my build is very resistance heavy. Because I just want to be able to be in their face and fight them.
An enemy has been slain. You have slain enemy.
Big kill. Our team is getting pretty hyped in the chat. I think it's winnable finally. Now you can see this timer. I actually king, I think, right here.
Your inhibitor is
I king on my way on the Baron because I do the math. The Baron is spawning in like 30 seconds, and Italy is spawning in 30 seconds. So if we do it fast enough, their jungler cannot contest us. And they also have a bunch of other players dead at the same time. So it would take them, they would have to stall us long enough for those 3 players to enter the fight, which it is a Hextech Rift, so they can do it pretty fast, but we do Baron very fast. So I call for this Baron, which is huge. And now with this Baron, I think that it's very hard for the enemy team to play. Because our team comp is pretty strong. But yeah, I go for a flash play here. But we just end up being Bard ulted. But as you can see, my Q's gonna be back up again. Wow. So many of them actually flashed out of my Q ult. Yeah, right now this is very scary because we're exiting and the enemy team just came from base, which means that when you're exiting, because we did the play mid lane and then we went to the Baron, so we killed them earlier, and we took the Baron, which means that we have so much gold. Look, I have 1,500 gold. So this whole fight is very risky because you want to spend your gold before fighting the enemy team again. So, but I mean, like, I was out and my team got caught. So I kind of had to fight. Normally you don't want to do a fight like this. You want to recall, spend all your gold, and then you should be in way better conditions to win the fight. Yeah, we finally managed to recall. I don't know what Kai'Sa's doing. Now I have my Banshees. I'm very strong. I'm not really scared of anything at this point. The enemy team, they just can't fight me anymore. Like, I'm just in their zone.
Feathers fly!
Yeah, I don't know. This game is a good lesson in just never give up. You play to your strengths, the enemy team might throw, even if you're down 20 kills. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. GG. See you next time.
And it went